Hi guys, it's been a while. I just wanted to show you my cute little outfit. You could see how cute that is. Um, but yeah, it's been a while. I needed to take a break. I need to have some fun with G. I'm actually at G's house, hence you can see the difference in background. It's been extremely busy. It's been a very busy period. A lot's been going on. I need to get my hair done. Lots of interviews, hopefully a change in company, business updates. It's been mad. And then also family updates as well. And then me and G were still planning our trip to Poland and then trip to another country. And then his mum is coming down in 7 days and I'm meeting her and I'm super terrified. Um, so yeah, it's definitely, there's a lot going on. Meeting your future mother-in-law. It's a lot. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk today about the weird, bizarre world of the passport bros and the passport sisters. And then I think it's like MGTOW or MGT, what the fuck, whatever it is. Sorry, everyone's literally fucking nuts. Like, has everyone lost their mind? Has everyone lost their mind? Is everyone mad? Are you mad? Has everyone lost their senses? What is first of all, a passport bro? You shouldn't be laughing. Passport bro and passport sis. So these passport bros are essentially guys. From what I've gleaned, I've done a bit of research online and hastily deleted my search history because I do not want that nonsense being recommended. But I did some research and essentially the passport bros are men who are dissatisfied with women, I think in the West, and essentially getting their passport for like the first time in their entire life. Which is really bizarre to think that you never had a passport and the only reason you now have a passport is to travel to kind of like have sex with random women halfway across the world, which is fine. Do what you want. I am someone, I really don't give a shit. But I've never really given a shit about this, and I still don't. Even after I speak about this and I go my way, I don't think I'll give a shit. But it's an interesting topic and a good one for the channel. So yeah, essentially they travel over after getting their passport, and they basically talk about how much these women across the world are better than women in the West. And honestly, I don't really have a problem with anyone traveling to find love. Like, I've had a long distance relationship with one of my previous boyfriends was living in Nigeria, and it was really hard. It was difficult. Like, so I don't understand. I don't have an issue with anybody doing whatever they want to do. We want to travel over, but the main issue is it seems like most of these guys aren't really necessarily going over to get married per se, but rather to just like sleep around. So there's a difference between a man going over to a different country to look for a wife and a guy going on vacation to just sleep with random women. I don't think that's the same thing. I think they're completely different subsectors. And I think people are maybe getting confused between the two from what I can see. I think these two sectors of men are just being shoved under one umbrella. And I don't think there's a problem with you going over, on vacation. If you meet someone, you meet someone, right? But then to like now use that as a weird like gimmick for how much you hate women in your area, like it's just bizarre to me. And yeah, I personally don't buy into that whole, the women in my area aren't good because from what I can see, most people that are dating each other within the Pacific area. Do you know how difficult it is to like handle a long distance relationship? Like the money, the time, the effort. Most people just find it easier to date someone within the area, and it's working for most people. Majority of people are dating people within the area. So if it's working for them, why isn't it working for you? I wouldn't really necessarily say there's anything particularly wrong with the women per se. It may just be something wrong with you or your approach. I know that not everyone is fortunate, and which is why people go over in the first place. We used to literally have mail order brides, which is wild when you think about it, that someone would literally order someone through a newspaper. Oh more. So yeah, that was nuts. That's nuts to think about. But yeah, basically, I feel like a lot of these passport bros are using traveling abroad as an excuse to kind of like just be hateful towards women in the area. If you want to travel abroad, fine. I'm 100% support it. I've had my passport since I was born. And I've been traveling as a kid with my mum to various different countries. So traveling isn't a big deal to me. But I get that for some people, traveling, when they travel, it's the first time that they've ever traveled before. So like it's a big deal. But personally, I don't see that as a reason, traveling to see someone new as a reason as to why you should be frustrated with the people in your area. If you're going to be traveling somewhere to meet someone, focus on that person and stop worrying about people that you don't want. Like, I've never understood that. Why are the people that you don't want so important? It's got nothing to do with you. You shouldn't be interested in people that you say you don't want and that you say reject you. Focus on the people that you're going to travel to meet. That has always been my mindset. And then there's these passport sisters. It's almost like a retaliation against passport bros, which is fucking weird. It's weird and it's nuts and it's crazy. But essentially you've got passport sisters, which I think they're like a reaction to passport bros. Like, both of them are fucking nuts in my opinion. But both the passport bros and the passport sisters are fucking nuts. Like, they're weird. Not only are the guys traveling over, and most of them don't have enough money to travel because lo and behold, they've never actually experienced international travel before for many of them, but also they don't know the culture. They're traveling over there. They don't understand how to speak the language. They're getting robbed. They're getting cheated. They're getting ridiculed. They're getting humiliated. And they're expecting that suddenly when they go over there that a woman won't still have disagreements with you. You can't try and make another human being be your servant or your slave or just agree to your every word. No human being will put up with that. Literally, no human being, man or woman, no one will put up with that. Everybody will, when someone has a disagreement or someone doesn't like something, they're going to open their mouth and tell you, whether that's in the West or in East, West, North and South, all around, in space, in the galaxy, and an alien universe, whatever. So trying to believe that if you go over there, someone will hang on your every word and won't have disagreements with you is wildly ridiculous, because what will happen when your partner that you've brought over there starts disagreeing with you? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You need to understand that people have the right to not agree with everything you say, and that includes women. Like, there's that right. And once you understand this, you will be so much more calmer. You will be so much less stressed. Another thing I would say as well is these passport sisters, they're almost like a retaliation to passport bros. So they are very much focused on kind of doing what the passport bros are doing in the opposite direction, traveling abroad to meet guys, which I really don't understand from a female perspective. I've never really needed to travel abroad to meet someone. I mean, I did have a long distance relationship in Nigeria, but that was when I went over to Nigeria for business. It was not like I'm specifically traveling. I would never do that. I think it's dangerous. But also, I don't think this needs a name, passport sisters. I've seen this being done. Hasn't this been done like for a while now? It's not a new thing. Haven't women been going over to different countries and meeting guys and getting pregnant or whatever? I don't think that's like a new thing. I don't think that's something that's, I don't think it should become a trend, because it's just been happening. It's been happening. And the same thing with passport bros. It's been happening. This is not a new thing. It's people been going around. People been going around and doing stuff halfway across the world. It's not a big deal. And then I just find it really weird, like, that they are basically a retaliation against passport bros. Like, for me, I just don't understand why you would specifically care about a group of people that say they don't want you, and they also say that they've been rejected by you. So why would you care unless you want them? If you don't want them, you shouldn't care, because that's just my mindset. I don't care about these people. I don't care. I don't care about any of them. They don't have any effect on my life. And the last thing as well with this, I think passport bros are like a subsector of the Miggies. I'm gonna call them Miggies. I just like that. I'm gonna call them Miggies. These Miggies, these MGTOW people. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. These are a group of guys that are just so frustrated with women that they're just gonna go their own way. But if you look at every single forum that they're in, they spend all their time talking about how much they hate women and they just can't stand them. And it just seems like a hub of people who have just been aggrieved. People who need to work through their emotional problems. These are men that are just stuck in like a rut. I feel like they're stuck in an emotional rut. They just can't seem to move past this anger, because it seems like most of them are just really angry and frustrated. Maybe they've been through a divorce or a bad breakup. So it's just like a congregation of really sad, crying, men, like emotionally stunted. Like they've not moved past that phase, because there's phases of grief and they're still in the phase of anger. Like I just feel a lot of them are just really angry, because if you really wanted to go your own way and just leave something behind, you wouldn't spend all your time talking about it constantly all the time. So yeah, definitely I think that a lot of them, even though they say they're going their own way, they haven't really gone their own way. They haven't left. The object of their frustration still very much haunts them, plagues them, worries them, stresses them, angers them, frustrates them. And it's probably still going to continue doing that until they address the real issue. But the passport bros and the passport sisters, sorry, but that's just really weird. It's just really, why do you need to give yourself a name? It's not something new. You're not doing anything groundbreaking. People will go to any lengths they can to find love, and I support whoever wants to find love. I found it, and I'm very happy, and I'm very fortunate. But the issue comes in when you start talking about how much you hate black women, or how much you hate Western women, or how much these other women are so, like, no one cares. And you make it look like you care more about the people you don't want than the person that you're actually supposed to be seeking to spend the rest of your life with. This person that you're seeking is supposed to be the person that gets all your energy, not the people you don't want, not the people that have rejected you, but you are focusing your energy and time 100% on the people who don't want you, who you say don't want you, who you say have rejected you, and who you say you don't want. It doesn't make any sense, and it's a terrible use of energy and time, and it actually doesn't make you look or sound like you're actually ready to move on the way you are. It makes it look and sound like you moved to travel because essentially you had no other choice. You're trying to make it look like you have options, and that's why you traveled. But when you complain so much about the women you dislike and you hate, and who you say rejected you, or who you say you don't want, you make it look like you had no choice but to leave, and that you literally had no option but to leave. So yeah, that's definitely something I would suggest that they try and think about and sort out. But this whole I don't care about all of these people. I mean, why should I care? It's just good. It's just good to talk about it every once in a while. This is my first ever time talking about passport bros. I've never literally cared about it. I've heard about it several times, and I was just like, whatever, meh. It's always been like, bah humbug. But yeah, it's just funny to me. I don't know. I just find it funny. I just find it very, very funny. Okay, I shouldn't be laughing, but a lot of these people just seem to be, especially, and even the passport sisters, I find that weird. I find that as also equally as pathetic as the passport bros, because they seem to be doing it as a reaction, not because they are doing it for, just going over and actually looking for someone that they want to spend the rest of their life with. It's always, it's like, it seems like an emotional reaction. And the passport bros going over is also an emotional reaction. It's, in my opinion, it's an emotional reaction, a reaction to rejection and frustration. But yeah, it just seems like a lot. It just seems like a lot. I mean, it's a lot of stress on both sides. The Miggies, I mean, that is just stress personified. I can't imagine not liking something and talking about it 24/7. That would drive me mad. I feel like they're in a perpetual state of madness. It would drive me mad. I would literally be, I don't know what would, I don't know. I don't know what I would be. I don't think I'd be as sane as I am now. I don't think I'd be doing as good as I am now if I spend all my time talking about people that I can't stand, or that I say I can't stand. Or is it that is it really that you can't stand them? Or is it that you've just been hurt, which is what it is for most people? And I understand, pain is something difficult to like feel and move through, but you can't use that as I don't know, it's almost like, it's just weird. It's almost like, is it, I don't know, it's when I think about it, it's like you're using Western women and Black women as a conduit for your frustrations, but that isn't the cause. That isn't the real true cause. You may have had one or two bad relationships, but it's not the real cause of the frustration inside you. It's just bizarre to me. But what can I say? This boy want to be the man of the house. But you know what makes me laugh? This whole submission thing. They honestly believe that random women halfway across the world should submit to them. In my country, Nigeria, women, yes, it's a patriarchal society, but women aren't just some doe-eyed helpless things. They can be very calculating, very cunning. And they are vocal and they go after what they want. So this whole idea of you want random people who literally owe you nothing to be submissive to you. It's crazy to me. I feel like definitely women, if you want to, there are certain things you need to do if you want to be in a happy relationship with someone. It's not about being right all the time. It's about being happy. And sometimes you just have to agree to disagree and, move on. Like sometimes you'll just have to accept certain things, or you'll have to trust your partner to make a decision, or you'll talk about it together. But, there are certain things you'll definitely have to do if you want to have like a peaceful, happy relationship. But the idea of submitting your entire free will, like that's ridiculous. I don't know any human being that would be up for that. And that hasn't really worked out well throughout history anyway. So yeah, you're asking people to do something that historically has never worked out well. Yeah, let's see how well that goes. But I don't see many people signing up for that. Also, it doesn't really seem to guarantee anything, because there are a ton of women that claim that they've been submissive, but they still get cheated on, still get lied, and still get left for someone younger than them. So that doesn't even guarantee anything. This is why you can't listen to people who haven't been able to prove an actual track record of a healthy relationship with someone. You can't just listen to any random content creators. You have to be very careful who you watch. Look at them, look at their life, look at what they're doing, and are they actually getting results, or are they just speaking out of their asshole? This is what you need to watch. So yeah, that was just a video I wanted to do today. It's been a while since I've done a video. I think I needed to take a break. I've been uploading a lot and very grateful for all the subscribers, but I just needed to spend time with my G and with my family and just chill and relax, because just preparing for some of these videos, it's a lot of energy, man. It's a lot of energy. What do you mean? And I'm not even doing this, it's not like I'm getting paid to do this, so I don't have any specific motivations per se. It's just, like I told you guys, this is really good for me to practice, especially as I'm building a business. It really helps me to look at how I talk and then think about how I would present myself to the people that I would like to partner with in the future. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching. Black women, please do not be worried about any passport bros. And don't become passport sisters as a retaliation to passport bros. Like, no one cares. It's not that deep. And then really don't be worried about you know, MGTOWs or MIGgies or whatever. It's not a big deal. It's really not important. You don't let that to distract you. Remember, I've spoken about avoiding distractions. Yeah. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. And I need to do my hair. Hopefully the next time you see me, I will have done my hair before my future mother-in-law arrives. Oh my god, every time I say that, I just like I genuinely get shook. Bearing in mind that we have a timeline that we need to get the ring bought by. We need to have the ring bought by September. And I'm very picky, and we still haven't gone to Cartier yet, so it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah. Bye now. Bye.